Hey guys and gals, let's build the Lego retail store, set number 40574. And so here we got a nice colored instruction manual, and let's see if we can find what we'll be doing today. And it's broken down into 4 lovely sections. And the bad news is, well, my goodness, look at all the stickers I got to put on this. Well, it's not like the micro build we did. Hopefully it's not. But this one here is the one I said looks really fun. So let's hope the box is not deceiving us and give us a lousy build. So let's see what we got in here. So now let's start with bag 1. We're just going to jump right on in and start building. And we got the little stars too, so this is like a friend set. So I guess we're going to have to get used to the stars. And I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the build, and we'll build a minifigure last because I don't want to sit there and have to hunt for parts. Okay, so been working on some summer fun projects and just haven't really made any well, I made some progress, but not really like I finished it up. It's supposed to be a tutorial, but first I got to work out all the bugs before I can make a tutorial out of it. So that's one of the things that I have to do. I was in the other room laying down, and I just thought, well, I got to get a set done real quick so I can start doing the fun stuff. Very unusual we're putting windows in before the rest of the build. So, there we go, snap that right in there. Okay, yes, it's another late night. This is a bedside build, so we're going to do that now. And this is supposed to be a really fun build. It's supposed to be. We don't know yet. We haven't. We just started. And I forgot to take a look at the time. The other one was like real long. Better turn the sound off on that because I don't want something to go off and get a copyright strike. We know how the music and movie and record companies love that. They love giving strikes. They love getting their panties in a knot. And then later on they complain that nobody buys their music. Well, yeah, no. Well, never mind. I'll keep those opinions to myself. So we're already starting to put stickers on things already. And these are tiles here that I could probably use, but I guess we're supposed to put stuff on these. And, you know, I think I've been out of the loop for so long. I really just don't put stickers on anything, and I don't really care to do it. But sadly, that's how Lego is now. I mean, I look at something and say, man, that looks really good. Too bad it's not printed. So this is supposed to be a retail store. And we already have started with a 10. And it's obviously going to be dropped down to a 9 just by the stickers. So, honestly though, if it's stickered up like that, that just tells me the quality of this is going to be a little subpar. Well, for me anyways. Alright. So yeah, we're going to try to get this done. I don't know if this is going to be a 1 or 2-parter. That micro build did me in the other day, so I don't know. You know what? There we go. Now I can see what we're doing. Okay. So this looks like a very fun build. It's just got a lot of bright yellow. It's very colorful. This is a nice little summer build. This spring, summer, fall build. Not too much winter though. But you can build it any time you want. Okay. Not a big fan of these free build bases where you just build your own base. Oh! Wow, this didn't even get a sticker on it. I was expecting a sticker on that big, beautiful tile. Well, I guess that made a liar out of me. And I noticed I forgot some stuff. No, I did not. Never mind. I thought I did. Alrighty. And so far, so good. You know, I have never been into a Lego store before. I've bought lots of Lego through the, get that way over there, through the Lego website, but never have bought, you know, went into a store and actually bought it unless it's through a big box store. So I know some have bragged and boasted and go, oh, I got all this from Pick-a-Brick. Well, I mean, that's good. Yeah, good for you. For me, it doesn't do me any good because, well, there's no Pick-a-Brick where I'm at. And despite that I live in a big state, I have to go to the next state over to go to the Lego store. Because all the Lego stores in my state are just too far away from me. So it's not really practical to go to do that. Alright. You know, when I do my building guides, these are a pain to do. You know, doors, you know, insets. So I actually have to simulate those a bit. Okay, so far so good. Now, so far since I've been doing this, this has been a very pleasant build. It's not boring, it's not dry. I'm still interested in building it. So, that having been said, yeah, it's not bad at all. I mean, the stickers were obviously going to ding it down a little bit, but that's just to be expected. Whoops, I don't go there. It's, you know, I need to really get that fixed. Every time I would move my hand, I'd bump into the light, and it's just a standard bedside light, and the shade's about to come off, so I need to weld the bracket that holds the lampshade on. Okay, so I am missing a 2x2 flat tile. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I was trying to be extra careful in doing the thumbnail this time. Yep, so far this is a really bright, cheerful, colorful build. It's not bad. It's, I don't know what the age range of this is. 9+. Well, today it's lucky day because it's going to be built by adults. Well, an adult. Me. So I'm going to build this, and so far it's enjoyable. So I don't know the piece count. Lego doesn't tell us anything anymore, and well, that's just how they are. They want to make sure nobody leaks anything, so like I already got a whiff of the next set. Haven't even accepted the offer yet, but I don't know if I will. It's a theme that I don't really care much to do. and the build just seems dry, but it's got some pieces in it I really want, so I gotta think on this one. How will I do it? You know, how will I be able to do something that will put me to sleep and get it done, you know? Alright, so far we're building up a mosaic floor, and even writing up my own building guides, floors just take forever. And that's why a lot of people have said, you know, you need to speed build through your floor tiling. Because if you notice, I'm doing one at a time. You can't just drop these in there and be like, I'm done. You know, that's just how it is. Yeah, I've been kind of in a movie watching frenzy lately. Just been watching really old stuff from the 80s and 90s, and that's pretty much what I've been doing. And kind of just chilling out. Well, this is our red 2x4 brick, but it's obviously a plate. So this is going to go in the window for a display. Well, I was expecting a brick, but okay, you know, I mean, alright. So we got to make 2 sets of hinges here. So this is actually it folds up and stuff. So that's pretty cool. So maybe this is a complete build. I don't know. The box can be deceiving, but I'm hoping this is just a complete self-contained build. Alright, this is all 1x1s here, so I'm hoping this is not going to be a micro build. You know, it was just like that one set I was doing. It was a micro build, and it wasn't too bad for starting out. It's like, oh, it's not too bad. Bags 2, it's still okay, I can manage it. And then when bags 3 and 4 came up, it was the same old thing, and I'm thinking, okay, now it's getting boring. This one here now is a little more fun. Must be the display or a checkout counter. We don't know yet. We do not know. No, I did not actually read ahead in the book this time, so I have no clue. Okay. Yeah, I've been tearing into my truck, and yeah, I've been finding a little bit of can of worms. So I've been kind of reading up on things and how to fix it and do my own repairs, and yeah, it's a learning curve, but the best thing to do is just like being a good mock builder. You have to do lots of practice. That's what I've been doing, and yeah, I'm just going to do that. And these right here are hollow studs, so making sure you can see everything. I try to get everything at the right angle for you. But anyways, though, I had the piece that holds the hood latch, and the grill was rusted. It's just surface rust for being 20 some odd years old. Nothing. It wasn't even pitted. It's just starting to rust. And I thought, well, let's fix that while we're here, because I had to buy some hardware to reattach the grill. And I thought, well, I'm just going to take all that off. I'm going to re-lubricate the hood latch and get all that back together. And because I'm waiting for a parts order to come in, and I had to take this thing out. So right now I don't have a car that's safe to drive, because if I drive it, the hood will just fly open. So that was it. There's one more of these things here missing. This might have been a checkout counter here. That's what that is. Let me go ahead and just finish this up. I kind of skipped a little bit here. So, one of the things that I always, tell, friends and fans, whatever, and if you're going to get into something, just learn, sit down and read. Somebody, deters you and say you can't do it. I mean, you're the only person that can judge on how much you can do something here. And that sits right on the corner right there. I'll show you. So the only thing you can do is mess up. But if you read and take your time and learn how to do things, you don't have to worry. See, I'm starting to find the parts for the minifigure now. So, oh, I first thought we needed a 1x2, but no, it's just this. There goes my air condition, which is quiet. But don't ever let somebody tell you you can't, you're not smart enough, or whatever, because all you can do is sit down and do your research and just read up on it. Like I said, it's like being a good Lego mock builder. You can just sit and just do a bunch of tutorials. Just read, build a lot of these building, like a lot of the things that I do in here are building exercises. So you just sit and you do all your exercises and such, and that's pretty much what you do. Like what I'm doing, this is just a set, but you could use this as a training exercise. When you buy a set, you can just learn how things go together. So this must be another little display counter, and it's getting more stickers. So let's see here. Honestly, it'd be easier to put the stickers on it like this first. My stomach is growling, and I already had a big meal. I don't need to be eating anymore, especially before bedtime. Alright, I got that one on really straight. I may keep the stickers on these tiles here because they are sets, and I can use them. Oh, that's right. We do get 2 sets of stickers. So, at best this set may be, we're not sure yet, it may be a 5 at best, but we don't know. We haven't finished up yet. It may just say, oh, putting these on here is an option. But see, I'm spending more time putting the stickers on right now, so right now, since they're going on crooked, I'm trying my best. It's obviously a 9 now. Okay, so that's a little display area. Okay. Let's start working on the front of this. You gotta love these snot bricks. They're really cool. You could do all kinds of stuff with them and stuff like that. Yeah, I approached my family again one more time. I was like, let's go to Disneyland. I worked my buns off. We deserve it. Worked through the pandemic. Worked through a few summers. After a while, it's like, I'm just tired of sitting. No, we don't want to do that. So I got work projects all the way up until October. I was like, yeah. I'm like, no, I'll be working. So if somebody says, oh, want to do something? I'll be like, hey, I already offered, you know. We're working. I'm going to be working. You're just gonna be bored. I'll be working. I mean, and I just kind of, you know, after a while, it's like I always tell people don't give up, but sometimes you just have to. You can always quit. It's never a good idea, but all right. So far, it's a very gentle build. It's not tedious. It's not boring. So far we're entertained here. And then I like these new type of slopes. I hope they bring these out in different types. If you put these on top of one another like that, they look like a like an Asian style roof. You know, where the tiles are kind of curved. There's only 2 houses that I've seen in my area that actually have that style of roof out here. You can tell they paid the builder to do it, which is really cool. Okay, we got to make 2 of these. Now, it'd be easier if I just take a plate, stick these on there. We got to make a couple of plants. They tell us to do it freehand. Just from experience, if you got big hands, it's not really advised to do that. So what I'm going to do is just build it freehand like this, and just start shoving things in and getting it done. Okay, it's not too bad. Well, I guess they're supposed to go in all the way. There we go. And then they just go on these little jumpers here. Stick those right down there. I had somebody chew me out the other day because I said it. Oh, that's a jumper. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, I'm sorry. We're going to do the happy face. That's how I would look if I was in a Lego store, you know. Matter of fact, maybe it's a good thing I have never been to one. I can just imagine that my old credit card be put up to its limits. And there we go. So these plates are free floating, so they don't count. And we have several little plates and tiles and leaf elements and stuff. So we just got a few of those. Alright, let's move on to bag 2. And sometimes saving the minifigures for last is the best way to do things here. I don't think we're going to need these, so I'm just going to set these off to the side. And let's proceed on with more goodies. Okay. So you got to put together the little minifigure. We're going to save him for last. So he'll be a gentleman. Wait. Pull all the glass parts out so they don't get stuffed in there. Yeah, so far this is a very enjoyable build. It's already rated at a 9 because of the stickers. It took too long. Well, we got more stickers coming up. Yep, let's put those on there, and I gotta put the stickers on there. Matter of fact, the other night I had a dream that I was on vacation, like camping. I don't know what I was doing. I was camping and went for a drive somewhere, and that's pretty much where it was. Woke up and, well, had to start work. So it wasn't a reality. I woke up thinking, oh, I'm here. I was like, well, I guess that's how it is. Alright, got one on there, okay. And the next one is 16. These are not even numbered in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. My goodness. I have to put stickers on here, and the numbers are not really in any order. So, yeah. I mean, talking about dragging it out here in this, I'm fighting to get this on. And you spend more time putting stickers on in your building, that's when the value drops. And like I said, this will probably be a 4 or 5 before we're done. 15. Especially when I'm on one step, it's not like I'm building something, I'm just putting stickers, you know. And I'm just gonna bluntly say it. To me, stickers is a cheap way of decorating your parts. And, you know, I'm not a big fan of taking shortcuts. When I build like a bookshelf or something like that, I try to use all of Lego's default like printed parts. It may not really fit my theme. It's like artwork. I'll use some postcards as pictures for the wall or something like that. And I do that just, I like to use authentic Lego stuff. I don't like using stickers. You know, if the stickers are kind of like that, it's just, you know, that's just how it is. Like we're building ourselves one of my special vanities. And more stickers. Look at all the stickers you got to put on this whole thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is automatically going to be dropped down to an 8 real quick. Because I'm going to have to spend more time on this. Alright. Yeah, kind of want to work on a mock. Still working on the campground. I haven't started it yet, to be honest with you. But I am slowly gearing up for it. I may work on it this week in a little bit, and it'll, because I want to start making the 2023 campers. Some of you have been suggesting some good ideas, so I'm going to try to do those. And, well, I got to get them done. What am I doing now? I'm stickering everything up. Alright. Let's see. 21, 22, 23. We forgot to put the tile on there. It's getting to be a thing. I had one fan says, "Whoa, now you're starting to put stickers. Do you like putting stickers on your bricks?" And I bluntly answered, no. It's cheap. It's like hiring somebody to do graphic arts for your computer, and you just, two ways you could do it. Sprites are vectors, and sprites are old school way of doing graphics for a web page. Now you do vector graphics. And you'd be surprised today, 2022, when somebody hires you and you say, "Hey, what method do you want your graphics in?" And I'll tell them, "You got vectors or you got sprite sheets." And I tell them, you know, the sprite sheet's usually the cheapest, but it doesn't size very well when you're zooming in on a web page, versus vectors where it sizes up, but it takes more time to write up. Oh no, I want to save money. I want to just have you do it with the cheapest way possible. You sure? Yes, I'm sure. So that's when I just decide, okay, you know, then you get a client, they'll do that, and then later on they'll complain because it didn't scale correctly, and this thing just dropped down to a 7 because I had to fight this one and it's not going on straight. So well, that was instant from 10 to 7, and we're not even 25% done here. But yeah, I mean, Lego, don't be that one client. Don't cheapen out. People will actually pay more if you explain to them, hey, we're doing this because we want you to have the best experience. So I did the sprite sheet for this guy, and he wanted it like that. That's what he paid for. And then later on he comes back and says, okay, never mind, I want you to do vectors. So instead of him doing his research and doing it right the first time, he had to pay for both. You know, I mean, I always, you know, I say vectors are more money, but they're scalable versus a sprite sheet or just individual graphics. You know, vectors take less data. You're on a data plan. Your customers will love it. They won't have to, especially if they're on a mobile device, you know. But majority of my clients, though, they want the vectors. So they'll spend the money, and I'll just get out my vector program and draft up an image and say, hey, there you go. Especially on a mobile device, too. 4, 5, 6. You know, I've been spending more time on this because of the stickers. So Lego, don't cheapen out on this stuff. You know, because I have to give it a bad review because it just took too long to put all the stickers on this. It was like the Millennium Falcon. Beautiful build, expensive build, and it was just caked with stickers. Alright, so this sits on this wall here. It's starting to look like a Lego store. Yes, finally we can do some bricks here. Okay, I'm going to, right here. I'll just think we're getting close to finishing that up. It's better than putting a bunch of 1x1s on, and my hands will thank me for it. You know, so that's the beauty of doing graphics. So like I do everything with vectors. It's like in JavaScript, you use the draw command. It's a little bit more money, but you write up a script, and when somebody, let's say it depends on the person, if somebody's on a mobile device and somebody's on like a tablet or somebody's on a desktop, and it depends on their screen resolution, you don't want the graphics to get blurry, so you just do that. So if you ever get into web design, best thing to do is start learning how to do vector graphics. It's yeah, it still needs a lot of work, but I mean, you can't obviously do a complete, like a family photo or a scenic thing. You could, but it would be it would just, at that point, it would just be easier to use a picture. You know, sadly, technology hasn't caught up yet, and that does look pretty good. I thought those were cool yellow in the front of the picture, but no. And then we're going to use a corner tile to lock all that together. So far, minus the stickers, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful build. Minus the stickers. If this thing was all printed, so far it would have been a 10 out of a 10, not a 7 out of 10. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I have another job. They want me to do an interview next week, and so I'm doing that. So while I was planning a trip to Disneyland, I'll be planning a trip with a client. You know, and I almost had a chance to go to Legoland, but nobody wanted to go. Going by yourself is sometimes it's never fun, and you want to share that experience with somebody else. And you know, it was supposed to be for my 40th, just to go to Legoland, just to go and just to look at all the sites, and had the tickets and everything. Well, the tickets were going to be given to me for a birthday gift, and it's like, cool. You know, a 4-pack, and it was by my family, and I was like, cool. Well, who's all going? You know, are we all going? Nope, just you. Okay, what am I going to do with 4 tickets? You can invite 4 friends. Well, nobody I knew wanted to go, and unless it had a bar or something, nobody was interested. So I just said, I don't need the tickets. I can't find anybody to go. I thought it was going to be a family ordeal, and you know, sadly I was misled on that one. So it was kind of sore subject with me, and I found out the tickets were given away to this really snobby co-worker of mine. I mean, this guy he wasn't a snob, but his little girl was a stuck-up little snob. And one of those ungrateful kids literally threw a tantrum because it wasn't when she wanted to go to Legoland, and I just thought, are you kidding me? You were my kid. You would not be getting anything. And that's my expression if I ever see. Just imagine if I had, honestly, if I were to go into a Lego store, I'd be having anime eyes. My eyes would be really big, and yeah. Okay, we're going to be putting a sticker on that tile. That will get ripped off when I'm done with this. And so, you know, that just kind of like a sore subject, you know, like you're thinking, well, I think my family would like this, it sounds fun, and then in return they're just like, no, we don't want this is boring, you know. Okay, fine, whatever. So, I mean, what's more exciting than sitting at home all summer, right? And I don't know what happened to that tile. Oh, there it is. So it's like, well, looks like we'll all be sitting at home. You're just like, isn't that fun? So I decided to work on my car. And that's what I'm doing. There we go. I have another buddy who's in the same predicament as me. And he likes hunting and stuff like that, and nobody in his family does. I said, well, I can go hunting, but I don't know how long I'd last. And he's like, oh, that's okay. He goes, I thought maybe I'd make it a family deal, and he's in the same situation as I am, and he's like, nah, it's not worth my time. And I was like, I don't blame you. And there was always that whole thing about, you know, what would you do for what would you be doing after the pandemic? What would you be doing after the pandemic? Like, what vacations are you planning on taking and stuff. And I was like, you know, a surfing adventure, the beach, going hiking in the mountains, anything but work. And, well, what am I doing? Well, I'm doing Lego, but I'm also working, you know, when I'm done with all this. Well, I got to get up in the morning, go to work, but yeah, some are just kind of like, they just don't really care, you know. We're just about, no, we're not done yet. We got to put more stickers on bricks. Yeah, so this is really just, we're sticking this onto this. Why don't we just use an orange 1x4 brick and throw it on there instead of this? You know, I think I've already done enough belly aching for the night. Yeah, this is a nice build. I mean, you know, do I grade? The build quality's pretty good. Did it keep my interest? Yes. But the stickers now are starting to exhaust me out real fast. There we go. So the stickers on this just, yeah, I mean, and then this gets attached to this wall here. So I guess it's meant to just do this to close up. So I'm going to take it that this is pretty much near complete. But, oh, and that reminds me of something, too. No more complaining, though. Well, maybe it's complaining. Depends on how you look at it. So, I contacted Lego about 12 years ago and asked them, I said, I'd like to have a Lego store put in my city. And I gave them all the stuff. I said, there's a mall in town. And... alright, this is starting to fight. Please don't make me drop it down to a 6. And they were just, okay, we'll have a Lego store out there in the next 10 years. We'll look into it. You know, that never happened. Alright, this is going to drop down to a 6 real quick, because we're doing way too many stickers. That's all I've done on this whole thing is stickers. But anyways, it was just like, there's no Lego store near me. And then their thing was, well, I can't get that off now. Yeah, this is going to be a 6 easily tonight. But they're like, well, we're sorry. It's been 12 years now. I haven't even seen a Lego store out here, so I just kind of gave up messaging them. And we need to find sticker 37. Oh, come on, Lego. These are already printed. Why are we going cheap on this? Really? You know what? I'm just going to flat out say it. This is more like a sticker book than anything else. You could have just used an angular brick and shove one of those tiles on there with the eyeballs instead of just using the stinking stickers. Let me guess, more stickers. Yeah, of course, right there. I mean, yep. We could have just stuck a clip and stuck a banana right on the wall instead of doing this. In fact, this may be a lost cause. It'll probably take me at least 3 years to take all the stickers off this when I'm done. Alright. But yeah. So it's... you get to that point where sometimes you're just like, yeah. I mean, Legoland sounds like fun. It'd be really cool. I've had a few friends that I know online that would like to go, but we all live in different parts of the world, so it doesn't really work out very well. You know, so that's the only sad thing. You know, and that's the thing about doing all this stuff online is that you'll actually meet more people that have the same interest as you versus somebody who, you know, lives in your town and, well, they'd rather go smoke something than do that, or what I should say, inhale. Alright, I think we're done here, and there's actually this pointed tile goes on the top right here, so don't forget this piece right there. Okay, and it shows it there. And I think that's it for that bag. Yes, it is. So we got this gentleman done here. Now we got her. Must be the mother and son. I wish my mom took me to a Lego store. I can't even take myself to one. So this is all that's left for bag 2. And so far it's this is pretty roomy inside. It's just cake with stickers. So let's move on to bin 3 or bag 3. Let's see how this goes. You know what, matter of fact, this would look good if you put this inside of a mall. That's what it would look like. It's something you'd put in a mall here. Okay, well, so far I see 2 steps that don't have stickers. That might be a good sign, huh? Okay. No, don't you dare close. Yeah, I can't wait for the weather to cool down. By the time you watch this, it's already passed, but we're having our Independence Day is going to be pretty cool. Matter of fact, I think it's going to be in the 80s. Not cool for me, but it's just going to be cool all around. And it was an option, but I decided just to work that day because setting off fireworks and everything like that just doesn't excite me anymore. And my other friend's working, so she won't be around for the evening. I'm like, well, that doesn't do me any good. So I'm gonna work that whole day and just be like, get the work stuff done. Just get it done and be like, okay. Okay, so far so good. We just need to come in here and add some stuff in here. I would still love to walk in and take a look at the pick-a-brick wall. One of my friends, she watched my video and she goes, if I get your address, I'll send you a pick-a-brick cup, but the shipping may be a little pricey. And I'm like, yeah, that's the only downside, is the shipping. I said, I would love just to have like maybe a large cup and a small cup. Just to say that I own them, you know. I know you're supposed to get them while you're there at the store, but when you don't have a store nearby, you have to depend on somebody else to send them to you. Maybe I'll contact Lego and see if they'll send me those cups for free. Probably won't, but I'm going to try it anyways and just, hey, you guys refuse to have a store put in my area, but can you send me some cups? Why? I just want to have them. You know, I never have touched a pick-a-brick cup before. But, you know, it's a business, it's a corporation. They'll probably just sell them to me for some inflated amount that I don't really want to pay. Okay, that box is rubbing up against the wall and it's bothering me. Need the yellow one. Okay, if we block out all the stickers and mayhem and stuff like that, honestly, this is still a very pleasant build. The build quality, though, I can't judge it yet. It's not done. Well, we are going to be putting a sticker on that tile. Matter of fact, I was looking for one of these and didn't even order them. So, I guess we'll have to put that on there. These guys are lucky. they get to see the store. No matter of fact, I may just throw Jay the Surfer in there and say, hey, I actually am at a Lego store for once. I mean, this whole set would have been awesome if it was printed. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, I think there's going to be a hinge that's adjoining this corner here. And how I know that, because I just see this next page, it talks about it. I see some tiles, so obviously we're going to be putting some, you know, stickers on them. So far so good. Now, here's something I don't ever recommend when you're writing up your manuals. Don't ever put your walls and then your tiles. I mean, yeah, you could stick a brick in here, but pushing them in, sometimes it's like that where they don't get all the way up against the corner, so you have to take a brick and push them down. I'm not a big fan of that, not to try to harp on it or whoever designed this, but if you have bigger fingers, you're not going to be able to really get in there unless you take a tool. And oh, and this one did not come with a brick separator too. Must be in the budget cuts this year. Oh yeah, placed another order for parts. So I've got some parts coming in the mail, well, in probably about 6 to 8 weeks. And the parts that I ordered are, yeah, they're mostly for, I try to order like accessories and stuff like that for minifigures, and for like also some shrubbery and greenery and stuff. And with the new pick-a-brick, it's just a headache, you know. I wish they would just get rid of the stupid best-selling and standard. You think best-selling means it's a part that they want. Best-selling only means that the parts are only available in the United States. If you want the standard parts, you actually have to pay more. So something like this would just be a standard part, and maybe this could be a best-selling, so I don't know. Best-selling, you know, you think it'd be all bricks and stuff. And I put that window in backwards. I hope I didn't do the other one like that. Let me take a look here. Okay, I did put these windows in backwards here, so let me pop that out. There. Alright, so that's not too big of a fix. Okay, I'm going to put a column of stuff here. Oh, I was going through one of my old hard drives, and I found a bunch of old hiking videos that I had never posted to YouTube. And I was watching one of these, I was like, oh, I miss doing that, you know? So I'm going to share them with everyone. I just need to go in and edit them and put them in, you know, put them in an actual meaningful order so that you can enjoy the hikes. And one of them was me hiking by the lake. And I had coordinates written down, but I don't know what it was. I have to look it up. I think it's up there in the Sierras, so if you're on my scenic channel, you'll actually be able to do that. It's the same thing as what I'm doing here, except building stuff. I'm actually hiking in the backcountry in the woods. And it's a treat, because the place that I filmed this in sadly no longer exists. I mean, it was devastated by a fire that they had 2 years ago. So I noticed some people were watching those going, these are cool, but this doesn't exist. I had a fan that was on there and linked me up to a video and says, hey, I was there and this is what it looks like now, and you kind of cry and it's teary-eyed. I don't know which orange they're talking about here. So yeah, it's a light orange. Because the fires devastated all this stuff. So, you know, imagine I was there walking around taking hikes and never knew that that would be the last time I would ever see a place like that, you know. And this must be the pick-a-brick wall. At least that ain't stickered. So, yeah, this is just a point that I make out, you know, if you're not into nature, that's understandable. Some people are not. But always go in and just soak up nature. Just soak it up. All right, literally. Because you may never see that stuff again. You know, it may not be around. I remember my parents used to say that, you know. Enjoy it, it may not be there. You know, the way that the climate's changing and all the other stuff going on, it's like you don't know if it's going to be there or not. And it's kind of cool to experience it. Just like experiencing Lego here. And maybe one day where we won't be able to purchase Lego anymore. I mean, Lego's been around for not even 100 years, but we've all grown to it's basically a freehand modeled art medium. Don't dare want to say the T word, but that's what it is to me. It's an art medium. It's like having a set of oil paints, and it may never be around anymore. They may just one day say, hey, we're bankrupt or something like that. We can no longer make any more plastic bricks. I mean, oil and gas and stuff it's already expensive, so just imagine. I hope it never happens, though. I really want to experience that. And this honestly looks really good. That looks really good. Hey, I can sit there and tell you guys I'm at the pick-a-brick wall. Cool. I can't show this to anybody because it's, well, I'm still building it. Alright. And I'm keeping it up against here just to give myself a little guide here. So to push that up against. And yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be a sticker on that. There's going to be a hinge there. Yes, that's the next step, is the hinge. So I'll put this one in there first, and then we'll attach the hinge. These hinges are cool. When I was a kid, I think I only had 4 of them. They were from one of the old castle sets, and then those were the coolest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I had a fan that had built one of my creations, and he tagged me in the video, which I do appreciate. If you want to tag me in your videos, tag my main channel and I'll be able to watch them. And I thought, okay, cool. I'll be able to tag this guy and comment on his video. I couldn't even do it because it was marked for kids. And that's kind of lame that that's printed like that. It's almost looked like it took a label maker. Lego, that's really kind of pathetic, to be honest. But I'm like, that whole kids content drama needs to stop. Just stop, you know. And it's not YouTube's fault, but I don't want to get into the politics behind all that. That's why I'm an adult doing this stuff. Kids shouldn't be watching this anyways, because you can choke on this little tile So if you're under 18, you can't watch these. All right. So I don't know if it's going to be a build a minifig, or is it just a minifigure in here? With the dome on him? He sits too low, though. Oh, wait. Okay, I wasn't paying attention, you know. It's like, he sits pretty low. No, I forgot. He's supposed to have a stud on the bottom. I wasn't paying attention. That's my fault there. So now it looks a little better. And then this, well, we're not done with the... I first thought it was a gumball machine looking at the box, but no, it is not. It is a minifigure encased in plastic. And where does this go here? Oh, wait. I think I screwed up on this little thing more than anything else in this whole build. Alright, that looks better. Okay. And that wraps up bag number 3. And so far, this build is keeping my interest. The only thing I'm having difficulty with is the stickers. Other than that, though, it's still keeping my interest. So yeah, and that's all the leftovers we have, too. It's a lot of little stuff. Let's see what's in the last container. Obviously, we know what it is, but I always put these on the top. And we got some big tiles, so you obviously know what's going to go on here. Something that I cannot control. And just by looking at the build, we've already gotten at least... we've gotten the bottom portion done, so I'll take one of these here. And yes, I'm trying hard not to yawn in everybody's ear. Usually when you start, you have to rifle through all the parts, and then you have to, and it slowly goes down, so yes, we're going to have to do this again. Push that down really good. I'm hoping this is a complete sealed model. I have a feeling it's not, but you know, hopefully it's just minimal amount of work that you can seal it up. And yeah, we still got a bunch of stickers left, so yeah, it's going to happen. Yeah, but I was watching those old hiking videos, and I mean the quality is I think in 240 or 480, I don't know. I used to try to go live in the forest, and in the old days you could. When they started up and you had to have a certain band or a bit rate to upload, it was almost impossible to go live. So it's just I have to get those processed and gone through, and we'll start putting those up on there, and you can watch them and enjoy them and make fun of them and all that stuff. And I think you guys and gals may, if you're into that stuff, you may enjoy them. Oh, we're building more of this stinking sets thing, so and we're halfway done with the stickers, but yeah, well, we're putting stickers on that now. 10, 11, 12. I think it might have been, I don't know if it was above Huntington Lake or something like that where those videos were filmed. But I'd like to put them on there. And also the reason why is I put them on YouTube. You know, because like I said, you never know when that stuff's going to disappear. Alright, this is just instantly dropped down to a 6 because the sticker's so crooked on here I can't even get it off. We were building so fast, now I'm back in the dial-up mode again. Lego, you need to knock this stuff off with the stickers, and I'm going to leave a remark about that too when I fill out my paperwork. It's a very fun build. I was entertained with it, but the stickers were just a turn-off. It was almost impossible to get them on straight. Of course, if they printed everything, the set would probably be $20 more, which I wouldn't mind. And I'm literally surrounded by sets that I can't talk about right now. And those sets, well, they have stickers on them too. Everything got stickered up. As a matter of fact, I have more sets than I know what to do with anymore, so I'm trying to blast through these quickly and to get back to the custom stuff, because I know the custom stuff is what everybody wants to see me for. And I just remembered I got to release a tutorial because it is Friday morning. So stickers 17 and 19. But I was watching that one clip today, and I was like, oh, I'd rather be there. And I was watching the news, and some people were kind of ranting about their flight getting canceled and stuff. I said, well, I was just sitting there yelling at the computer like, well, you're out of town at least. You don't have to work on your holiday. I don't know what they were complaining about. If I chose to work, I wasn't going to just sit at home, try to get my air condition fixed in my car over the weekend and stuff. I'd like to get everything fully working on it by the end of the month, but that's not going to happen, because that is soon going to change. We got tiles 1, 2, and 3 waiting to be stickered. Yeah. I may keep these. Well, I mean, I am spending more time stickering than I am actually building now. Feel free to fast forward if you want. I mean, this is not too exciting to sit here and put stickers. Although I did have one of my fans saying that his flight was on a delay, and he goes, I'm watching your videos right now while waiting. I'm like, oh, that's a good way to kill some time, is to watch the videos. He goes, I'd rather be there than waiting for an airplane. And I commented back, I'm like, I'd rather be waiting for an airplane than being here, because then I wouldn't have to stare. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is I turn on the computer. I look at YouTube and I look at work. And it's like, if I'm away from it, I don't have to see it, right? I still got my phone, but somebody says, oh, you need to write up a code for me. You need to do this and that right now. Well, I can't because I am away. I was going to say this is done, but we got 2 more stickers left on that. That's enough. That's enough of the small stuff. Well, no, I spoke too soon. We got more stickers. Yeah, you think that this would have been done by now. Just the stickers devoured up most of the time. So we're going to have to put a sticker on that beautiful flat tile. At least these I can put on, hopefully. Yeah, I'll have to get some goo gone and remove all this. Or I could just buy new ones if I want. I may just keep all these here. It's got a lot of weight to it. Alright, so this goes here. Is this a 2-story Lego building? Wait. Hold the phone. Why is it up? Oh, I'm not even paying attention. Okay, I was like, why does that look funny? Well, no. Oh, wait a minute. I was like, what's going on here? So I forgot to put that column brick in there. It's like, that just didn't look good. I was like, what am I missing there? Too much reminiscing on the Sierras and enjoying life and all that stuff. Alright. So yeah, so far, I'm not going to lie, the build's pretty good. It's just the stickers. Just makes it kind of a drag. Should have just tiled all this while we were here, instead of just doing this now with the walls half up. When I do my manuals, I try to do the floor all in one time, just to get rid of it. It's easy to build up, instead of building in every which direction, although it makes the build a little more interesting, but it doesn't do you any good if you have a hard time following what I'm doing. And I have a feeling that other plate goes underneath there. We're going to look together here. Let's see here. Yep, that was right. How I knew that, because this piece is hanging over. And no, I didn't cheat or look ahead. Okay, alrighty. I did get a request to go to the Lego house. I guess it's in Denmark and stuff like that, and you know, the times that they kind of want you to do all this stuff is when you have a day job and you can't just take time off. But and then you get to think about that's close to where the war's at over there, and I really don't want to deal with that and be stuck over there. But the Lego house looks pretty interesting. I've heard some YouTubers had got their stuff displayed in there. I would be honored if they did that. It depends. If I already have a building guide written up for some of my MOCs, then it would just be easy. You know, I take apart all my stuff. But they say, hey Jay, we want you to feature your 3-bedroom house in there, or something like that. I go, okay, cool. Well, I don't have a building guide, but I have a rough building guide of it. Or, Jay, can you do your campers? Well, I think I got everything. Most of my campers are done. Whoops. Almost put that in all the way. And I cannot get that out. I have to use a brick separator. And it would be kind of cool, though, to have my stuff in the Lego house. And if something were to happen, you know, I think they would ship it over there, but the thing is, though, they would actually have a building guide in case something happens that they can easily erect it back together. And that's one of the beauties of writing up your own building guides, you know, is that I could for me personally, I can revisit a MOC. I can redo a tutorial. I can say, I have a building guide for this, and everything's indexed on my server. And I could be like, hey, I can do this. Let me take a look at something here. So I can easily pull that up on a server and say, I can build this. I can do this and get it done. You know. It was like the Amityville Horror House. When I built that building guide, I thought when I tore it down, because after I had the guide written up, I just ripped it apart, and I thought, I can easily just rebuild this whenever I want. There's no excuse. And it's like some have asked, building guides for my other big MOCs. And I'm like, just be patient, I'm getting to that as fast as I can. I really want to do that too. It's just, writing up these guides just take a lot of time. And you'd be amazed how many people are still patient to this day about it. Okay, hey, just take your time. I had one guy request one of my houses, and I'm like, sure, but that'll be the next one up on the list. It's going to be on a deadline, of course, because it's time sensitive. But he's like, hey, just take your time. I want a really good building guide. I'm like, I'll give that to you. I said, because I want to have a copy of it for myself too. And that having been said, that's what I'm doing. I'm writing up these guides, taking my time, and not only for a fan or for a viewer to build, but I can build along with you. So far so good. This is looking pretty good. So we're putting looks like a little model train in there too. And that's speaking of another thing though. I'd like to build trains. I've been looking at parts for trains, and trains are a little different than just building a house, because trains I would actually have to keep the build on the lighter side. I can't just add as many parts as I want into it. It would have to function. We're talking about something with power functions, a power functions train. And I'd like to do one day, and I have the parts to build a train. I think I have about 80% of the parts to build the train that I want to build. It's just I have to get the time and the courage to do it, to build the train. And all right. But I've heard trains, though, are very hard to put together. And there's two different types of versions. I know the Europeans, they keep everything 6 studs. Here in the States, we do everything 8 studs. And for me personally, if I'm going to... Oh, I was like, how did that go on there? If I'm going to build a train, though, I probably will keep it 6 studs. Because a 6-stud train to me would be... It'd be better, and it'd be a lighter weight, too. I mean, we don't need to be making something that the track would barely be able to handle. So... Alrighty. Yeah, we're getting to the point now where we're down to the nitty-gritty here. And it's just all small stuff from here on out. And it goes right there. Well, it doesn't fit there. Oh, because it's got to be upside down. Okay, that's why it did not go on there. Okay, we need the loudspeaker. We put this on here. So it's kind of like an old school steam locomotive. And they show that this tile just sits right in the middle here. Okay, I think that's it. And that's a really good train too, because you could use this if you want to make a micro-scaled build for, like, let's say a Lego room or something. Let's see if we can get that in without it collapsing. There we go, right in there. It's even got the adorable little stars too. Yeah, but trains would be that would be a learning curve for me. And you know, sometimes you got to do something a little different. And I do have, like I said, I have the parts to build a train. Trains weren't really they just weren't something I was interested in when I got into this hobby. They were expensive too. And I kind of made it a little past, like a little too late, because they had the 9-volt trains, the 9-volt track, the tracks that are electrified, so you can run the cars on them. Well, I never got one of those. The tracks. A friend of mine, he has all 9-volt trains in his city. You know, to me, I think that'd be more superior than the battery ones. And you know. Okay. You're going to be dropping studs in this little bin here. Must be Build-A-Fig or something. So we'll be dropping those in there. You know, I don't know. Let me pull that out of there. I think the stud is supposed to go towards the middle. Now let's say we got to do that then. I'm not a fan of having loose pieces float, but I do it all the time too. So I can't condemn Lego for that. Is that the ball pit? Okay. Just about there. Oh, somebody did ask a question about my McDonald's. Why never put a play area in it? And that project was getting too big at the time, and I just don't think I had all the parts to do a play area, so that answers the question there. I would have loved to do one, but you know, sometimes you just can't. Just have to. You have to deal with it. Must be a little micro build of a castle. Micro builds like this don't bother me. It's just where you just constantly it's just the whole entire build's a micro build. So you're getting down to the nitty gritty when it's taken me a long time to find small pieces on a you know, that are almost done, you know, like so. Okay, we have to find one of those shafts. You know, it's just, this is a very nice build. Just the stickers just kind of subtract from the fun, and we got to make 2 flags, not just one. No, I think that's it. If you're not sure, take a look at the next page. Yeah, it's just this. Oh, we are missing something. There's actually supposed to be a cone in there. Alright. It's like looking at that thinking, that doesn't match the picture. Well, that's why. So yeah, right here is supposed to be a cone there. So those are on jumper plates. You can easily pop them off if desired. That's what I'm taking it what they're doing here. Yay, almost done. Feels late. Well, it's only 2 a.m. in the morning, so now I'm starting to wear down. It's going to be probably about an hour and a half video. Well, it doesn't matter, we're going to be putting stickers on that anyways. So like I said though, yeah, the set's got stickers, the value's going to be low. Probably about a 5 or a 6. But for me, the build quality is still excellent. It kept my interest. It's not too terribly bad. It's just the stickers. Just oh, okay. The stickers kind of detract from the value. Well, speaking of stickers, we got to put more on here. And now at least this is on one of those goofy column bricks. I don't feel so bad because I rarely ever use these. Okay. Well, I did the one in the middle. So it's supposed to go here. You actually got a better angle of that than I do. This could have been done with the brick. I mean, I understand we're trying to cut costs, but matter of fact, maybe I should rebuild this whole thing using just nothing but bricks and get rid of the stickers. They actually do have some of these tiles printed for sets, but they're really old. I don't think they're in production anymore. You could still get the one for the Corner Cafe, which was Lego's very first modular. And I was going to say we're done. No. Minifigure Factory. Oh, that's right. They're supposed to put a Build-A-Figure on the where you can buy the parts online. But sadly, I think that's only being beta tested in another country. That's what I've heard. Maybe in Denmark they're testing it or something. I would have loved to test that. Alright. And I gotta go fetch the stickers. Okay, we just got one more and that's it. So we don't have a lot of stickers left. I think 2 stickers. I'd say probably a good 20 to 25 minutes was just dedicated in putting stickers on this stuff. It wasn't we couldn't put a 1x4 in there. We had to piece it together. Trying to cut down those part lots, are we? Is that what we're doing? I mean, come on, even I've been doing that. So you guys and gals don't have to hunt for all those pieces. And I have a feeling we're going to be putting a tile with a sticker on that. And we're just about done here. Then I'll be doing the review before I call it a night. So we're going to have to tile and plate it in. So this obviously is left open. So I was hoping that this whole thing would be, you know, a complete enclosed build. It would have been really cool. Why doesn't Lego bring out a modular store? You know what I forgot to put the tiles on that. That's what was missing. Why don't they ever bring a modular Lego store? That'd be the most epic thing they could do. Give it to all of us guys who do the reviews for them. Or no, give it to us guys who've never been to a Lego store before. That would even be cool. Okay. Well, there we go. That's the top part. And we got to put a sticker on this big tile. Sticker number 40. 40 tiles that had to get well, 40 bricks that had to get defaced. Big stickers are a little easier to put on, just a little bit. You just got to get a corner started. Sometimes they just don't want to go on straight. And this is definitely going to be a 5 because I'm fighting this. I don't know what the retail value of this is. But that's what we did. And that thing fell on the floor, but we're done with it now. So this goes Alright, I put the wrong stickers on. This goes on the other side. Hey, at least we can just change that out. I don't have to peel that off. Some people probably would, but no, I didn't have to peel anything off. There we go. And then we put the two corner things on the front here. So these go on the face of this. And I'm assuming that this is just kind of like a semi-modular build. And it shows one more sticker, the minifigure factory. Well, I'll probably just call it the sticker factory, since that's all we've been doing here in this whole build is stickering it up. Kind of wish these had more of a graphic instead of just this. And this goes right here. The train's about to fall off, so that just barely hangs on there, huh? Train's about to fly off. And I believe that's it. We have a ladder piece. So this goes on the top. And out of all that work, the ladder must have been an aftermarket, because that's what it is, and it just snaps on here. I mean, I don't know if I want to visit this store. You actually have to climb a ladder. I think this is supposed to go here. There we go. And I think that's it. So that's what it looks like in the book, and that's what we have here. And looks pretty good. So we're going to take a quick look at this. I'm going to fix up for bed, and I'll just do the review real quick. Well, that's more small stuff. It's always the small stuff or the sticker sheets that want to fall on the floor. And I'm literally stepping on studs and plates. So that's what you get there for bag 4. And this is what we have in total. Still a good assortment of parts. Okay, so that is it. It took about an hour and a half to do. And we get 2 figures with it. And obviously, the door opens up. So it's scale for minifigures, so this is playable. Except for climbing up the ladder, that would be pretty scary. But, you know. Can she fit back here? She can. There's a stud back there, but that's... let's see if she can snap on that pretty easily. Her wig is going to be in the way, but there she does. So, indeed, this is a playable model. And, yeah, it's what it is. It's a playable model. It's, honestly, let's ignore the stickers for a second. Was it enjoyable? Yes. I had a fun time putting this together. It was very colorful. It wasn't dingy. It wasn't dark. It wasn't repetitive. Just it's a beautiful build all around. The only gripe is the stickers. If this was all printed easily, it would have been an easy 10 out of 10. And you can see we're missing one more floor up here. So I bet one could fold the ladder down real quick. Would be nice. You could put another floor here and just maybe make this a roof, and you could drop this into a Lego City, or if you really wanted to, you can integrate this into a mall. So just by looking at it, it just, you know, with it folded out like this, it looks incomplete. If it had a roof on it, it would look more complete. This would be a half modular. So now, would I recommend this set? Yes. If you can get past the stickers, and just to mind you, I already did the sticker stuff, so I already beat that part. So yes, this is not a bad build. So in my opinion, this is something I would give to somebody as a gift, you know, or for your own self, or if you've never been to a store before. Fully playable, you get 2 minifigures. Obviously, you can put more in there. But for me, you know, just to wrap it up though, well, maybe a 9 out of 10 without the stickers. It just looks unfinished. Just looks like we're missing one more floor here and a roof. Just imagine if you had, or you could have done, is you could have just put the other, just make 2 more of these and just continue this hinge up here and put a roof on it. Even make the roof hinged with it. That may probably be a good little modification to this set. Yeah, I may just do that, make a modification for it or something, and make this complete. And it would be a great little, I can just set this in the city. It's incomplete, but does it have drop-in value? At its current state, no, it doesn't. And I'm missing one of these here. I think I forgot to put that on there. Glad I caught that now. But it is a nice, well thought out build. It just looks incomplete. So I hope you guys and gals enjoyed the live build of the Lego retail store, and hopefully one day I'll be able to experience one of these myself. Well, for right now this will do.